Is it not gonna start? Mm. Oh. Mm. Nope. Oh, there we go. It started. It started. Yay. Okay. Um. So we're gonna do some Archon destroying nonsense. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I know it's time for the alarm because I'm just on time, and I have. Oh, I was about to say I have everything set up, but I actually need one more thing. I need to transfer this into a Warframe stream, not just an entertainment stream. All you have to do is push war, and it's on the top. That's nice. Oh, it's done. Okay, cool. YouTube's being fast today. And boom, speaking of fast, we're already starting. Oh, also, I do not have a fun story to tell you guys from the party because I actually did not go to the party. The party is today. Ain't that some shit? So there's also a chance that I might have to end it early because my sister's gonna pick me up. Or my niece, one of the two. That's unfortunate. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can do some Archons. If not, we'll do some Archons, later. Archons. I'm so fucking tempted to just use Atomos on an Archon, because here's the thing. I've done it before. Oh, this is probably gonna sound stupid. This is probably gonna sound super far-fetched. But I've used the Atomos on them when the Incarnate first came out with my original build. And you might be thinking, oh, how do you do damage? Apparently, damage automation for them specifically works by lowering the damage you do to a certain amount. So technically, I was doing the same amount of damage that the Latum would do. Well, how do I say this? The Latum would do with like the one on the one on the right. The what's it called? It's let me see. I'm gonna go look at the Latum and show you. This one. Overwhelming attrition. I technically was doing the same amount of damage over time as the Latum with overwhelming attrition because of how much fire rate there was and how much damage was being produced. The thing is, it requires a large amount of crits, which requires, of course, your Raleigh, or Harrow. Yeah, I think it's Harrow. Harrow is also a really good crit multi-platform. You just have to hit the head. Crit multiplier platform. There we go. I kind of want to use my compressor. But I want to do an Archon first, so that's what I'm going to do. And let's do...
The system continues to fall into chaos. Check
Oi!
navigation for
Woman!
active invasions.
No. Anyway. What should I use? I could technically use the Atomos with... Not the Atomos, the Latum with the Urele. You know what I want to do? I want to do this. Hold on. I know the Felarx is super hot, right? Do I even have a fucking Felarx? I think I do, but I'm not sure. Do I not have a Felarx? Oh. I do have a Felarx, okay. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was. That's what she said. Yeah. Which is unfortunate. Because average isn't good enough for the ladies. Because average is not 1%. The top 1%. So it's not worth it. Well, it depends on the lady, actually. Kill 100 weapon enemies with this weapon. Okay. Kill 100 enemies with this weapon, it says. I'm gonna go solo for this. Felorks. What do I mod you? How do I mod this? I don't know. We can go Galvan. No, let's go Chaos Chamber. If I remember correctly, the last thing is. Let me see. Can I check it? Yeah, I can. Punch through. Okay, so it's non-critical hits, which means I can use status. So let's do red. And then now let's do why am I so hard? Sorry. I don't know why, but I'm like really hard. I'm sorry. It's super inappropriate, but like it's tripping me out. Let me try something. Here we go. I didn't even do anything like that lately. So I want prime point blank. Do I want galvanized savvy? I don't think I want galvanized savvy. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me try something. I'm stupid. Hold on. Okay, let's move this over here. Let's blast electricity. I need toxin. Viral. And heat. Viral and heat. Okay. I think my brain is going in weird places today. The thing is, it's not going anywhere negative because I don't have anything to be negative about. Oh, I don't want to go there. So I'm completely fine in that regard. Should I go to survival for this? I'm gonna go to survival for this. I don't want to go to a fissure though. Watch this be absolutely ass without the thing. But it does like 12,000 damage. So I think I should be fine. If it does 12,000 damage, I should absolutely be fine. Especially since I went with radiation and stuff. I'm so excited.
Your job is to distract the enemy.
Oh, you know what probably it is? I just got a positive comment on my videos and I love those. Whenever I have a negative one, I usually am in a bad mood. Whenever I get a positive one, I'm happy. Especially since I did general content, which is like not entirely the most popular thing that I make. And I got a subscriber from it, which is nice. Also, oh, what are you doing? Oh. She's reloading. Anyway, sorry, so my general content is doing okay. Reload. And, what's another one? Oh. So, there's also this thing of there's a bunch of my videos on Urelli being watched. So that's cool. This reload is funky. Handing it bullets.
Life support on the way.
Yeah, fuck you. Dude, I could kill 100 enemies. And remember correctly, I don't need to end the mission after that. I mean, I could just end the mission after that. I'm not entirely sure about that though. I know I'm usually like solely a Steel Path player, but it feels good to sometimes just go over here and stomp shit.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
A lot of people don't like feeling overpowered, but I think the one thing with me is I'm not entirely a fan of like too much challenge. I'm actually a fan of big thing go down, a big health bar go boom, essentially. So, and there's actually a lot of players like that. That's why I say I'm technically a high casual, where I am like my way of playing is very like the casual player's way of playing. Meanwhile, I'm like a high-end player. I really do like destroying shit, but every once in a while I do want to have a little bit of challenge. But that's if I'm in the mood for it, you know. But most people don't entirely want challenge; they just want to destroy something big. Which is why a lot of people will actually get angry if they get stomped by something challenging. It's not necessarily the fact that like, eventually you'll get used to it. It's more of a thing of like, you gotta train yourself to like it, you know? Which not a lot of people have the time nor the patience to do. Like with Elden Ring, I did whips with cold and bleed. It's not because it was like a harder version of Rivers of Blood. It was in fact an easier version of Rivers of Blood. Which if you see somebody wielding dual whips, you should be very afraid of that jump attack. I used Elden Ring as like a big example because I played Elden Ring and I actually enjoyed Elden Ring. Oh no. I am not part of the corruption, you're just an asshole. Where is your goons? Bring it on, bitch. That's the one thing about Warframe I'm not entirely a fan of, it's like hey, you know how like the Lotus is supposed to be the leader of these people? She kind of sort of has no control over them. And a leader without control is probably not like the best leader, you know? Did I already do the thing? Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, I got more than 100 kills. Okay, let's go. I'm not sure if I can just leave, so I'm not gonna do it and risk it. I did get the 100 kills, I just don't know if I have to complete the mission or not. I know with a bunch of things you don't need to complete the mission. Oh, was I saying something? Oh yeah. So basically I used Elden Ring a lot as an example of things because I played Elden Ring a lot. And one of the things about that is like Elden Ring doesn't have just people who like a challenge. Elden Ring also has the variety of players that most games have. People who are just purely interested in the story, people who just want to stomp things. But one of the things that a lot of people don't really realize is Elden Ring actually has the options for all players. They have the sexy armor, they have the armor that's like super clanky and stuff. They have the story, they have the ability to skip the story. They have the ability to over-level for things and completely stomp every single boss in the game. And they even have the ability to turn off PvP. That's one thing that a lot of people don't really realize. You don't have to be invaded. You can actually just turn that off. That's the one thing that I say Elden Ring very much excels in, is giving you the option to just do whatever you want. Like, if you want to roll around in a dress with just the metal parts being your arms and legs, you can do that. That's what I did. That was the armor that I wore. I think it was the what was that? The Death Layer? Wasn't it the one like where you find it next on a bed next to a corpse, and it's essentially an outfit for like people who lay with the dead. But yeah, I refer to it as the mourner's dress, but it's basically just like a little dress with a little bit of skin showing. I never wore that bleed enhancing helmet unless it was like boss time. But when I was just rolling around, I kind of sort of just did what I want, wore whatever I want. But yeah, I even beat Elden Ring, so it's not entirely impossible to do that. I also did what Let Me Solo Her did and helped people out with Millennia for a while until I got bored of it. Because eventually, I know it sounds a little bit topsy-turvy with what I'm saying, but the boss got a little bit too easy. And the only thing that would ever, like, stop it from happening is somebody else being an idiot. Because I would, you know, destroy that woman. And then on the second phase, the person I was helping would just charge in, and it's like, uh-oh. Don't do that. Sometimes they would survive, and I'd be able to pick it back up again, but they wouldn't always survive. And the secret that I have found out is you go towards her when she's about to do her thing, or you turn around and sprint. You don't dodge, you sprint. That attack is like super devastating to anybody who doesn't use that tactic specifically. Either going underneath her and spinning the direction she spins to try and catch you, or just sprinting the other direction, because she has a certain range to it. Yeah, that's just like weird advice if you ever want to go play Elden Ring again. Oh yeah, let me... Okay, so this unlocks the Pew Pew. Alright. What does this do? Eximus with his weapons and Carmen Transmutation. Ugh. Ugh. I have to use the Incarnate. Okay. Let's do this. So I killed Eximus units. 8 Eximus units. Let's see. Oh yeah, I should go here. Yeah. Elite Century Onslaught sounds good. I've actually seen somebody use the Incarnate, and apparently it's actually really good if you know what you're doing. It's like that with a lot of things, actually. If you know what you're doing, it's good. If you don't know what you're doing, it's quite ass. I guess I might not know what I'm doing with this thing. You know. Let's see. Its fire rate would be hot. Oh, is it affected by Urani's thing? Or is 20, there we go. Oops, okay. Maybe let's try this. I actually have to resort to bubbles. what am I doing? I need to kill everybody. How did that guy survive? He kind of sort of got pulled out of it. Damn. Okay, let's see. Let's go with... Where's the thingies? I'll go pick up the thingies so I can...
I have opened a new data conduit. Proceed.
You have opened up a new data conduit. Very nice. Okay, what's this one? I was missing some of those shots. Okay, is this the last one? I think it's the last one. There we go, I got it.
Efficiency is crucial to this experiment's design. Work faster.
Yeah, flying. I think Keith also wanted to trade me something, which I should get him in here at some point. Oh yeah, also, I don't think I mentioned this, but Keith apparently is contacting people again, which is nice. The whole episode of, letting Keith do his own thing while he was recovering from some bullshit. Yeah, he's better now. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, let's go.
You failed to maintain efficiency. The data generated is null and void.
I don't care. I was just trying to get something done. Fool. Okay, let's see. Weapon recoil, projectile speed, accuracy when aiming. Weapon recoil? No, I want projectile speed. Headshots in the Void Angels for primary fire without reloading. Okay. So I need to find myself a Void Angel. Mobile Defense, Void Armageddon, Exterminate, Cascade, and Exterminate. Extermination time, come on, yeah. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Yeah, essentially we're gonna be blowing up this fella, so I'm gonna try it on the Archon.
These Grineer grunts are hunting for Kuva on our ship. Get in there and carve them up.
Cuba. I was actually, you know how like sometimes I have these like weird fantasies though. I was actually thinking of like an update that basically was gonna replace Samaris with like a different character. And the way they did it was essentially one of the Tenno, which specifically it's like you play as a completely different Tenno at the time, finds out that the reason why most of the warframes are like the warframes don't match 1-to-1 with the way they're supposed to be in Legends is because you have to use like the original one. And so he does a little digging and finds out that the original warframes are all in Samaris's sanctuary for the past like 500 years. Which basically means like the reason why a bunch of all this shit happened did not need to happen because Samaris basically took out the defense against what was supposed to happen, as well as other like crazy shit. And so what you do is you go in there and you essentially basically do a thing where you get rid of Samaris, and then you go through like the new version of the Samaris stuff, like Sanctuary Onslaught becomes Sanctuary Arena, and there's no efficiency needed. It's just you fighting as much as you want. And what's another one? Like I guess like obstacle courses that include like K-Drive obstacle courses instead of having to go to open world races. And all of these are also headed by like a corresponding warframe instead of just like oh, we're gonna have a character do it, or it could be like the character and the corresponding warframe, right? Like the arena could actually be like Korra, right? Because Korra was the one that's been confirmed to be in there, but there's also others in there. And I was thinking like, oh, what about because grandmother never said that Yureti was actually dead. She was just in danger. So what if like Yureti is in there or something, you know? And it's just like nobody knows what's happening except for people who are with Samaris. And what you do is you basically figure out this stuff and you basically do this thing where you, I guess, tattle on Samaris, and then Lotus eventually just is like, alright, fuck this guy, and just purges him from the system. I don't really like Samaris, but I think that those mechanics, these like mechanics with the Sanctuary Onslaught and stuff should be like redone a little bit. And it'd also be a good excuse to like bring in new, like another Tenno. Or like make it like the update that explains all the things that have not been explained, you know? Like why are the warframes so weak compared to their legendary counterparts? How come they don't move? What are the other Tenno like? What are they doing when we're doing our thing, you know? Because canonically, we don't meet any other Tenno, but there are other Tenno out there, right? When we're doing the multiplayer stuff, we're actually playing as a random Tenno. We're not actually playing as like the main Tenno at the time. Because the main Tenno kind of sort of only does stuff directly for the Lotus. If I remember correctly. I'm looking for an angel. But I'm over here like telling a story, but I don't know what an angel is. I should look for her after I kill everybody. That way I can do just me and her. I also didn't bring anything to actually kill the angel. If someone doesn't know the context of the situation, they might think I'm like really toxic, or really anti-Semitic. What I'm saying is, there's the person in here called the Angel that needs to fucking die because it's evil. It's more like a harpy. So don't come in here as one of those staff members and be all like, I gotta spam this guy. He's anti-Semitic. Even though I am. I try not to be toxic about it. I swear. Damn. You are not dead. I'm actually wondering if my comments are working. Oh, no. Hey, fucker! How do I? Where is this thing? Is it over here? I found her. I found her. Okay, let's see. I wanna kill everybody here. And once they're boot, I should be able to just rush her. Oops. By the way, did you get Protea? Yeah, I did. I just didn't finish her build yet. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I was supposed to be building her. I didn't do it yet. I built her parts, but I never finished her build. I'm gonna have to rush it because I meant to have it out for today, actually. I actually meant to have her out for today. I'm so glad you let me know. I'm gonna have to sacrifice some form of her, not form, some platinum for it. So. Shit. Also, I'm not sure if Maradona's version of my bubbles does damage vulnerability. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think she does. I don't think Maradona's version of my bubbles does damage vulnerability.
They wanted to do things the hard way.
Why is that the case?
Done. Grenier are pulling out. Great job.
They're pulling out, guys. Anyways, go. Woman!
When that thing starts moving, and it will, you'd better know what to do.
I know what to do. Your mother. Oh, that helicopter need one? Yeah, I think it does. Oh shit, that was fast. Bitch! There we go. I got it. It does copy my one, but I'm not sure if it gives me damage vulnerability. I could be. The thing is that I can't tell the difference between the shots. But when I use my actual one, I do see a difference. So I'm not entirely sure what's happening. What could be happening is that it's unmodded bubbles. And if it's unmodded bubbles, it's only raising it by 2 times. But if I use my first ability, it does something else. Hold on, let me... I should go here.
Most of you kids made it. Hmm? Feeling creative?
Fell arts. Let me check on the simulator real quick. Yeah. Because I'm not entirely sure. Reload toggles the weapon between 100 projectile speed and 100 punch through. I gotta fuck with my nail. What's this one? This one is Ruptures and Void Flood. Okay.
Okay. Bring it to life. Okay. Later. Bye, Stan.
Upgrade. I could be wrong though, that's the thing. Which I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. Is there a... Let's see. No? I might just go with pure, just straight up damage instead of 60/60s. And let's do that. So let's go radiation and cold. Primed point blank. Alright, cool. Alright, Buck. Oh, sorry. I'm tapping. Sit in my chair. I kind of wish I had a sitting position that I could use for my model. If we add like a prop, like a gamer chair or something. Install primary arcane. Deadhead. Deadhead! Did it damage boost 1-to-1? Okay, that's good to know. Interesting. Because I was watching a bunch of YouTubers, and they were not mentioning that, so I thought that it didn't do that. Plus, I was looking at the inconsistencies, and I was like, what? So I guess, like, the Fenarch just isn't too great for what I'm trying to use it for, unless it has its Incarnate fully maxed out. So Void Flood, remember, I want... Oh, I know. Since it's Void Flood, I want to use this Urati. Yeah. Okay. A lot of YouTubers really look at damage vulnerability and think it's like not very good, do they? Because damage vulnerability is actually really good. I see a lot of YouTubers not really saying that like damage vulnerability is very good. It's very unfortunate.
Enemy activity has enraged the Void Angels. They're ripping the Albrecht membrane, exposing this entire ship to a void flood. Vitablast is everywhere except for where it should be. Grab some and stuff it in a rupture.
I've yet to see a university
Gather up nearby
damage
Vitablast
vulnerability
and
that
bring
they
it to the
just
ruptures.
say there's better. Yeah. It's not that they say it's bad, it's just that they don't acknowledge it when they're talking about certain frames. Like Caliban is a good example. You know, every single time I see a Caliban video, they don't even mention like the damage vulnerability. Damage vulnerability is actually extremely good because it somewhat bypasses all the other resistances, just because it makes it to where it just increases the amount of damage they take, you know? It's just a weird thing that I noticed. But with your rally, no one I have a hard time seeing anybody who mentions the fact that her bubbles do damage vulnerability.
Wow.
They don't. There's a couple of people who didn't even gloss over it. They just talk about the CC, which I find interesting. Oh. Then again, in most cases, alright, this is probably gonna sound pretty stupid, as somebody who is a creator myself. But a lot of the time, there's creators who are really high on the
Things
top
is approaching.
that for certain subjects they will basically just half-ass the information just to get it done.
Well, that's one less void abomination to worry about. Should you need a break?
I do it too, to a certain point. Like when I don't understand something, I won't necessarily mention it or I'll gloss over it. So I do understand it though, because they just gotta get the video done. But as somebody who notices that people gloss over information without really like going through the entire thing, I'm not gonna like go and like call somebody out over it because I understand it. And the fact that like calling people out over it actually does not help. Because a YouTuber will not listen to somebody calling them out on something. Instead they'll listen to somebody questioning something, but I don't have like the ability to have a conversation with them. So I can't question them, you know? There's a difference between calling somebody out and questioning them. One is more effective than the other as well. The reason why you gotta question them is actually quite simple. You have to get them to like ask themselves why they're doing something. So you basically get them to ask themselves why they're half-assing information. And sometimes it could be something as simple as, I did not know that, you know? Or I didn't check that in my research, or no one told me that existed, something like that. It's usually not something, yeah, to be going out does seem to be aggressive and questioning. Yeah, actually, it goes into a little bit of thing of psychology, where if you want somebody to believe you whenever you're talking to them, it's actually best to make them like you. So you can't just attack somebody over being wrong, even if they are wrong. Because if they don't like you, they're going to fight you. I think it's like part of the whole thing of tribalism, where it's just like, if they don't like something, they have to like destroy it or conquer it. But essentially, if you want somebody to believe you or like to talk, to like fix something, you kind of sort of have to like be nice. It's how cults work. That's like the example that I was given. It's exactly how cults work. You can tell them the stupidest shit in a cult, and they'll believe it.
Use it when we need it.
You just gotta be likable. That's why a lot of like cult leaders look like Jesus. Because that's a very comforting look. That's how I decided to like change my way I talk to people if they try to bring up something that I don't like. Like if they're like, "Oh, Urelli is so trash," I'm gonna be like, "Why? Why do you think that?" Why do you think Urelli is trash? It's like, oh, because all the YouTubers are saying that. Is there something so? It could be something so simple as they watched a video that was 3 years old from Nightmare Frame, and they didn't watch like the new videos, you know? Because the new videos came out and they're saying that she's no longer like the buggy mess that she used to be. She's still a little bit of a mess, but that's just leftovers from her bad release, you know? Or like somebody, or like you can try to do the same thing if somebody were to say, "Why do you not like Wukong?" Could be something as simple as they just had a bad situation with a lot of Wukong players. I actually managed to like ask myself that question: why do I not like Wukong? And now I have a Wukong Prime that I fully intend to make a build for. It's just that I'm holding it off because I'm a little bit nervous about it. As someone who has been hating on Wukong for years. It's kind of a thing of like I don't want to be like what is it? So it's a weird thing of like, I don't want to have all that effort of hating on Wukong go to waste, even though it's like such a nothing burger of a thing to waste, you know? Seen as a hypocrite? I think that's what it is. It's like, if you invested something, if you invested like your time and energy into something, you don't want to be seen as a hypocrite for changing your mind. And I don't think it's necessarily that. It's more the fact that like I spent so much energy hating on Wukong that changing my mind just feels like too much of a change, you know? It's kind of how I see it, how I would empathize with how Nightmare Frame feels about Urale. The fact that he cannot be seen as somebody who would be able to have his mind changed is important to like how he is, you know? But I just have to suck it up and make that Wukong build just because I can't be going the whole entire career hating Wukong when actually he's not a bad frame. Especially since, you know, I've already had like a bunch of people hate on Ureti a lot, and I don't want to be like that, you know? I want to be reasonable. So, remind me to get my Wukong build together, because, who knows, I might end up, like, really liking Wukong. I think it's also the benefit of like having somebody else in the conversation as well, is to have somebody put words in your mouth that you're trying to get out. Because like there's a difference between like being gaslighted and having somebody explain what you're trying to explain, just in the words that you're trying to find, which is pretty nice. The benefits of conversation. That's why you guys gotta go have it. Like, touch grass? No. Talk to people IRL with voice. Because you never know when your situation is not as bad as you think it is. Oh. I like how Rupture is literally just pick up the balls and put it in the pot. Because you don't really have to worry about much. You just have to pick up the balls and put it in the pot. I like weird things. I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed that. But I like weird things. Everybody hates Void Flood, but I just see it as an excuse to use K-Drive. Oh god. Benefits of growing up with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, where you literally do exactly this, by the way. You collect the thingy, put it in the pot. There's actually a mission like this. I forget which one it was. Ow! Asshole! What? Oh, you can destroy those. Oh shit. There, fire your weapons, please. Fire your weapons, please. There we go.
I have opened an escape lift for you. Use it when you need it.
Oh, it's a... Oh, never mind. I was about to say. Reminds me of a random YouTuber said the best way to get through life is finding people to work with. Independence is a myth. Yeah. That actually is very true. That actually is very true. Independence is a myth because you need to be able to find the right people to work with. Because, believe it or not, if you were to be completely self-sufficient, you would literally just have to deal with every single little thing in your life on your own. Because one thing that you kind of sort of need to understand is you can't just go in and like get internet on your own. That's like a good example.
The Zerman is
You have to work with an internet provider. You can't just do plumbing. You have to find a plumber. You can't just do electricity. You have to find an electrician. You can't just teach your kids. You have to find a school, you know?
We need all the hands we can get.
You just gotta find the right people to work with and you should be fine.
You're not ready to
Let's
fight.
see. That sounds like a very reasonable person, actually. Unless it's just somebody who had just a shining moment or something. Because if they were just somebody who had like a shining moment instead of just like
Everyone pulling
are
together.
really reasonable, then I can understand
Who's got time for
why probably not be a good idea to recommend that person.
Those moves.
But if he's constantly
Not only
reasonable, I
dance
think I
can
should
pull 'em off.
check that person out. Let's see. Incarnate Market Evolve.
Here's where it gets interesting.
Okay, critical status chance, critical chance, There's an option to raise both. Why would you do that? Let me see. What? There's no reason to use this one. Well, not a good one. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't use this one. So this one is complete solo mission with incarnate and weapon equipped in every slot. Okay.
Stay sharp.
Okay, if I remember correctly, incarnate weapons include like these incarnates, if I remember correctly. So let's see. Where is let's do this. Oh yeah, ceramic dagger right here. Okay, solo mission. Voice escape, Armageddon, no advance, exterminate. There we go. I know I could probably just go to a capture mission or something, but yeah.
Boarding party. We're near clones. Half rotten already. Wipe them out.
There we go.
Don't let your weapons cool down. Lots more fighting to do.
I think legitimately, there's the one thing about VTubers that is really interesting. They are either the most unreasonable motherfuckers, or they are the most reasonable motherfuckers. If that makes any sense. Because sometimes the VTuber is like a little bit nuts. Well, actually, a lot of the time they are. But how they are nuts is like they're either like super logical or super illogical. You know. It's like a flip of the coin with them, actually, with us. I try to be logical, but sometimes I will do something that's like super fucking stupid. I think one of the things that like is really big example is you ask any of them about men's mental health. And you'll come out with like either some like really like against men's mental health or really for men's mental health. And yeah, it's like if you take care of yourself, man, you can't take care of other people if you can't take care of yourself. And I learned that from like one of the people I hate, but I agree with it. Let me see, is there anything else? Yeah. one of the things I do definitely agree with when it comes to like that specifically is moderation is key. Because you can do stupid shit, like, I would say like masturbating is a good example. But if you do it in a very if you do it like only every once in a while, it can be good for your mental health. Do it too much, however, it can be bad for your mental health. The, what's it called? The lethargicness can be bad. But every once in a while, the lethargicness is like a good thing. I will not say that about drugs though, because drugs are such a slippery slope that it's extremely easy to fall. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, I'll just try it once and not like it. Next thing you know, they're like one of the biggest fucking crackheads in the place. And like in the village. My brother is not a good example of this because he actually tried it and actually didn't like it. But he did say one thing that was stuck with me my whole life. You try it and you will always have a craving every once in a while. Kind of like me and weed and alcohol. I tried both. Every once in a while I'll just be all like, damn, I need a drink. Even though I am I get into physical pain if I drink. Every once in a while I'm just like, wow, if only I had a shot glass with me. But I actually have a little bottle of alcohol in here. It's something I collected, but I'm pretty sure it's expired now. Every once in a while I'll look at it and start drooling. Yeah.
Good work.
It's just like this thing. It's right here actually. It's plastic, which is supposed to be glass, but no, Jose Cuervo. I'm not a fan of the taste. I'm not a fan of the feeling, but yep, I always get cravings. Well, a different topic. What's your despair build? Oh yeah, I think you were the one who was talking about the despair build earlier. Let me show you. Despair. Where'd it go? A, B, C, D. It's down here. There it is. I found it. So, with this build, it's a flare build. And because of the fact that the explosions are like... The explosions are quite large and have a quite good amount of status, you will be getting a lot of heat procs. Especially if the heat proc is almost guaranteed with this prime heated charge. It's a corrosive build as well, but you can switch it to viral if you need to. In the search bar on equipment. Yeah, I know that. I just like wanted to check it out on myself. What's hollow point? Hollow point is critical damage minus damage. You can swap that out for... What can you swap that out for? Let's see. I guess stunning speed is a good thing you can swap it out for. For more status chance and stuff. But I like to go with this just because the critical... Yeah. Hydraulic crosshair. Hydraulic crosshair, huh? I don't think I have hydraulic crosshair. Huh? Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, I do have a hydraulic crosshair. But hydraulic crosshair works on headshots. Yeah. So hydraulic crosshair works on headshots, but I do believe that it's not necessary due to the fact that you also will not be hitting the head because the Incarnon is an explosive weapon. And because the Incarnate is an explosive weapon, it's probably best to go with like Hollow Point or what's the other one? Stunning Speed. The one thing that I know about the weapons is that it's probably best to stack. No, it's probably best to stack different types of multipliers instead of stacking like the same multiplier. So what's a good one? So there's damage, crit. There's technically 2 sources of damage actually. You could also swap that out if you wanted to. You go with Merciless, but in my experience, Flare just does more damage. Because I've tried both. It has a pretty big spread too. Let's see. What else can you do? It's more consistent? Yeah, it is. Especially since the explosions will hit multiple targets, you know? I definitely am a huge advocate for doing in front-loaded damage, so I'll always use like Hornet Strike or something. Because if you were to like do a galvanized build or something, oh yeah, actually yeah, that's the thing. That's why this is a free slot right here. Is because we're not using galvanized status. So then because we don't need galvanized status, and because it is going to be the Incarnate mode we're building for, then we're going to have a free slot, which will basically put whichever thing you want. But reload speed and status chance is actually really good. And critical damage is also good as well. It destroys acolytes, but keep in mind it is an explosion, so you're gonna have to use a frame that's immune to that knockdown, or prime sure-footed, but depends on whichever one you want. Oh yeah, let me do this. Okay, I want this one. I think this is probably why I don't think Yorale should have her. Actually, this is probably an argument for having Yorale do secondaries only, is because she'll be able to use this. And then she can use an Acolyte Killer on the other one. Because this doesn't work on Acolytes. So she's going to need an Acolyte Killer. But if they do move it, I really hope that they make it to where we can use at least primaries on Yorale. On Mariluna, I mean. Okay, we have everything set up. I'm gonna be using Felarx, but I think right now I have to level it again. I was actually... Thanks for the spare build, yeah. You put the wrong one. Let's see. I want to go to... Oh, also... I don't know why that reminded me, but... I recently started, pressing tabs screws me over sometimes, yeah. I think I actually did this thing where, I dealt with my potassium deficiency. So, my emotions are a lot more stable. So I've been, doing pretty well.
Kill everything you encounter.
It's like, some people would be all like, oh, that's weird. Yeah. Some people would be like, oh, that's weird. How can a potassium deficiency do that? Heart palpitations. Literally, an erratic heart can do emotions really badly, too. So, in actuality, me dealing with my heart palpitations made it to where my emotions are stable now. So that's pretty good. I'm actually having a really good time now. In fact, you know how I got that toxic, not toxic, that bad comment? Usually I would be much more angry about it, but all I did was complain about it for like maybe 5 minutes, and then I was completely over it. Imagine being over something that you're usually really mad about in like only a few seconds. That's fun. Also, if I remember correctly, the Felarx is multiplicative too, right? Isn't the Felarx multiplicative? I could have sworn I saw that on the wiki, but I could be wrong. Oh yeah, and also by that I mean like for galvanized mods specifically. Oops. Dude, you're running with a shotgun. This is fun. I was watching somebody use the Felarx and I was like, that looks cool. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put this together. And the reason why I didn't use the Felarx very much is because it's meta. But after a while of like doing Archons, I was like, you know what, I want to try the meta today. I want to do an Archon fast because I got to a point where I kind of sort of want to do it fast because now it's kind of a chore. It's only kind of a chore just because like I've been doing it for so long. It's not the fact that it's a content creation thing. It's just I've been doing it for so long. I'm just like at a point where it's like I just want to do something else quickly afterwards.
A data conduit is open. Go now.
Did I fully level it? I did. Okay, we're good. We're good. Once you do something enough, it becomes a chore. But whether or not you continue liking the chore is up to like how much you appreciate it. But in actuality, I'm not entirely a big fan of the Archons. Specifically Boreal, which I think is next. I think he's next.
Hunter, this
If not, then I
will
should be
go on
fine.
without you.
Speaking of which, Icon? Did he join me? Oh, yeah, he did. Let me see. 15% chance to deal 2,000 damage on non-kill hits affects both modes. Damage bonus multiplicative at base damage. Wait, yes, I copy paste. Yeah. So that's multiplicative. I thought gun CO was too. I mean gun condition overload was too. So that means I want to pile on as much damage as possible. And if I pile on as much damage as possible, I can stack enough multipliers and then multiply those multipliers, which would be very hot, actually. Very nice. So how can I do more damage? Damage. There we go. Flare momentum. Minus fire rate. Oh, well, plus fire rate. Critical damage. Spread. How can I do more damage? Vicious spread. Ooh. Oh, that's minus accuracy, though. I don't think I want minus accuracy. On kill, damage when aiming. Yeah, I can put. Let me try this. Let me equip this and let me test it in a simulacrum to see how much of a spread decrease it is. Use accuracy, yeah. And then what I can also do is put the 60/60 mods too. Oh, that's a good idea. Wait a minute. My brain just randomly thought of a good idea. Hold on. Okay, so let's do red, shell shock, and inferno. Okay. If I were to like just do a bunch of like these things. Yeah. Hold on. So shell shock. So put shell shock like that. And we'll put like this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put like that. So I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Hold on. So Because basically what I'm gonna be doing is I'm just gonna go fucking charging in there and slapping him in the face with a bunch of rounds. Felarks. Okay. Okay, that doesn't change anything. That's good. So, because basically I'm not gonna be getting a kill first. I'm just gonna be blasting a bitch. Or what I could do. No, I think I'm fine. Okay. Failures. Okay. Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. ESO. Viceroy Cinder. Awesome. I don't know why that reminded me, but there's a bunch of VTubers that I used to watch a lot who seem to have like disappeared. And if I remember correctly, there's like several reasons why that could be. And one of them actually is... Okay, so there's actually several. So... Oh! Hello? Hi. Okay. 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 Alright. Okay. Fine. Okay, so I was right. I have to end the stream early. Oops, hold on. Let me start this up again. Anyway, so I was right. I had to end the stream early. My sister called and said that they're coming in 30 minutes. So I will. Yeah. 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 Have a good day. Yeah, I am still gonna be streaming for a little bit though. I'm gonna get ready, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for their stuff. No, it's fine. Lurking is great. I will say lurking is good because a viewer is a viewer. And as long as you're not being toxic to anybody, you should be completely fine. That's the only viewer I would say is a bad viewer, is a toxic viewer, and you're definitely not a toxic viewer. Also, speaking of, I don't know, speaking of you specifically, let me know when you want to play Exoprimal, because the only thing stopping me from playing Exoprimal is like I want to make sure I establish somebody to play with. So let me know like maybe Thursday or Friday, and we can do that. Or like after a stream or something, because my energy has been evened out with my potassium deficiency being settled, so I should be able to play after a stream at some point. I still do love the game, that's why. I guess it's just weird to say, but I'm like, I'm not gonna like go and just appear just because I don't find that like as like appropriate to do. I don't know why. Just let me know when you want to play Extra Primal.
Hunter, you are running out of time. Enter the data conduit.
Alright, let's see. I can't wait for Nimbus's new version. If they end up like releasing it before the game dies.
Will go on without you.
I've been wanting that new Nimbus. Imagine Nimbus, but like fully auto pistols. Yeah. Or little rocket launchers. I'm not sure why she would need a little rocket launcher, but little rocket launcher would be adorable. What's up? What else would be a good one? Cause they basically changed the weapon. And the weapon changes how the main power functions, right? And if they were to have a fully auto, that would be pretty cool. Or I don't think a laser beam would be good because it wouldn't fire right. Then again, one thing that I know is that they don't really change the animations. So I'm assuming she's gonna probably be something that is semi-auto. So probably a little rocket launcher. Or another one, a little pulse gun. Yeah, like a big ring shooter. Shoots little rings. Then you could make a Sonic reference. Okay. I want incendiary rounds, so that means I want heat inferno. Okay, let me get my shirt on. I'll be right. And I'll end it like usual. Oh, my dog is excited about something. Are they here, Poopy? Are they here? That's not good. I didn't get my shirt on yet. Okay. So, sorry for ending it so early, but I gotta end it so really early. We didn't even do an Archon yet, so have wonderful, wonderful nightmares. I will see you in the... Remember, if you're watching my content, I'll see you in... sorry. I know you're into it. Honey, honey. Mwah. Good night. Oh no, stepsister. Are you stuck? Damn. Good night.